Hi everybody, I'm back with another Paper Junkie design. I have to tell you up front, I am recording this in several parts because if I didn't, it would be one very long, boring, drawn out, possibly highly dramatic tutorial. But as you saw in the very beginning, I had a picture of a wreath that I am making, and this is what it looks like in its current stage. As you can see, it's all it is, it's foam, you know, and I'm excited because it's cute, and I just wanted to show you guys. All right, so this is how I'm making it. First, I took the Winter Woodland cartridge and I cut basil cardstock at 1 3/4 inches on the real dial size. Now, it's important that you do real dial size because this is the top part of a bigger design. And because it's the top part of a bigger design, it would come out a lot smaller at 1 3/4 inches, excuse me. I did 1 3/4 inches and 1 1/2. So the reason I did that is so it's a little bit of depth. It's not all one solid flat size. It's really important to me to do that. Now I'm turning them into these. And you can see that they're a little bit more, well, they're obviously a lot more dimensional, but they're a little bit more realistic this way. And how I'm doing it, let me take these two off and put them in their piles. How I'm doing it is I'm just freehanding on a mouse pad from one corner or one tip to the other. Now the reason I'm freehanding is nothing on earth is absolutely in a completely straight line. Nothing organic anyway. Nothing that grows, nothing that, you know, develops is in a completely straight line. So I figure if it's not completely straight, it'll look more natural. Hey, it's my thinking anyway. You fold it in half just to give it a little more depth, and then you take this part and curl each individual one like you'd curl like birthday ribbon or gift wrap ribbon or whatever. And currently I have 186 of these little holly leaves. I've done 9 pages worth. Did autofill on my Cricut. There we go. Did autofill on my Cricut, and I got 18 of the 1 3/4 size, and then I got 28 of the 1 1/2 inch size. So I am going to, oh no, I can show you what it looks like, how I'm gluing them on. I have them separated into 2 piles. You can't see this off camera, but one pile is the 1 1/2 and one pile is the 1 3/4. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking a glue gun that needs hot glue in it. Should have prepped that. All right. Just taking my hot glue gun. Zoe, is it plugged in? Oh, yeah, technical difficulties.
Yes, you can see it right there.
Yeah, it's plugged in there. Can you check in to see if it's plugged in the wall?
Yes, ma'am. It's plugged in all the way over there.
Okay. Just for some reason, it's not coming through. Let me see if I can push this a little bit. Try to catch it a little bit. Oh, this is wonderful. Then what I'm doing is I'm not gluing them all in a straight line in rows. Put some berries on. Let me stretch them, separate them a little bit. Bring them back together. Really? This is really... I do not know why this is working. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to come back after my technical difficulties here. Okay, we're back, and I finally got my glue gun working right. For some reason it was the stick. It just didn't want to lay down right for me. Okay, what I'm doing is, as you can see, I'm just filling in. I'm overlapping from this side on. So in order to do another one, I would put it here and keep going. You want to cover the whole thing around from the inside point all the way around to the outside point. I don't know if you can see that. All the way around to the outside point, because this is going to lay flat up against a you know, like up against a wall here, and I don't want it to be like sticking out weird. So I'm out of film, okay, or out of frame. Good job, thank you, Zoe. What I did do is, before this even started, I took a piece of wire and I inserted it in the bottom here, and I curved it around. Now the reason I did that is so when it hangs, the hook part that's actually inside will help to hold it on if there's more, or when there's weight, and while it's paper it's not going to be that heavy. I am going to put a little dot of glue, which I did not do earlier, I meant to show you. So that is how I'm doing that. So what I'm doing right now is I am just gluing the end, and come on, I'm gluing it right, go up over. This is really not as hard as I'm making it out to be. Right there. Now you want to use a low temp glue gun just in case you tend to get your fingers all hot gluey, which I do. I've actually burned myself on a hot glue gun before, and let me tell you, it was not pretty. I had blisters for a good 2 weeks. My grandmother laughed at me because she watched me do it. It was fun. No, it really wasn't fun. But as you can see, you just want to push it on. Now if you bend the paper a little bit, that is not, you know, it's not a deal breaker. It's not a major thing. But you just want to get them on, and you want them to overlay. At the end, I'm going to be going through and taking all the glue strings, the ectoplasm glue boogies, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going to be getting rid of all of those. But I'm going to put more on, and then I will show you what it's like when it's completed. I know this is a really fast tutorial, but I'm nowhere near finished with it, considering I take my homemade shimmer spray, and it's looking really rough right now. But I take this stuff and I spray it on like that. I let it dry. Got a little too much goo on there. I let it dry, and then it's given this really itty bitty shimmer, and I probably can't even see that with the camera, but that's okay. All right, well, I will come back in a little bit and show you what I'm doing. And oh, one thing before I go. I've placed an X, so I know that to go a little bit sparse around here, because when it's hanging up like that, I want the bow off to the side and hanging straight down. So I'm not going to put any berries under here. I have one right there. I'm not going to put any berries under here. That's where my bow is going, and I'll start the berries right around the top where I'm hanging it again. Out of frame. Oh, it's because it's so high. Okay, hanging here, starting here, hanging, berries up at the top. Just, alrighty, I'll show you in a few. Hi junkies. Okay, so I finally got it done. As you can see, it is, the bow's a little bigger than what I wanted it, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not gonna sit there and futz with it. It looks kind of cute to me. And of course, if I play around with it more, it'll hang exactly how I want. Now the lighting in here is not the best. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, a little bit, and let me see if I can get like the top part, the berries. Woo! Oh look, you can see the sparkle in it now. Yay! Okay, that you can see I'm used with the shimmer spray. And then the berry, sorry it's so jerky. Hey, berry has glue on it. The berries came in a bunch from Michael's, and of course they were half off today, so it was like 69 cents, and then I just took them apart and put them in 3s, except for one of them that only has 2. But that right there is my wreath, and I hope that you enjoyed the hop. And don't forget to comment, because at the end of the vlog hop on day 5, on December 5th for 2012, I'm having a drawing, and that's for my other business, but you guys will actually get something on the blog hop, but you have to comment and you have to redo the instructions. So they're on my blog. If you can't find it, I don't know what to tell you, because it's right there. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed. All right, thanks for stopping by. Bye.